It's crazy that that card sat around for $30,000 for such a long period of time. Sorry, Charles, you're not going to be able to compete with Michael on that one. All right, now let's take a look at some cards that may be underperforming. I think at some point a flood of collectors are going to be interested in him. Julius Erving is an interesting one on this list. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Powers Sports Memorabilia Show. I'm your host, Matt Powers. Thank you again for joining me. Please visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Also, give me a follow over there on Instagram, at Powers Autographs. Well, the 1986 Fleer basketball set is arguably the most iconic card set in all of sports. Very rarely do you find one with this many Hall of Fame rookie cards. You got Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, and Patrick Ewing, just to name a few. These are all top 50 NBA players of all time. Collectors want to get involved in the 1986 Fleer action. But with the Michael Jordan card becoming out of reach for most collectors with the last sales price of $414,000, they're forced to look at some other options, all right? And that's what today's video is all about. Seeing if we can find some investment and collecting opportunities within the 1986 Fleer basketball set. All this data I'm going to be presenting to you today comes from Market Movers, which is sports card investors' software program. I talk about them all the time here on the show. I love their program there. It's so easy to use, very easy to price, easy to pull data from, and track all your sports card investments. New features are always being added all the time. There's a 20% off discount code in the bottom of the video description here. But again, only purchase it if you're going to use it and it fits into your budget. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, let's jump into the data. All this data is going to be from eBay over the last 90 days, and it's all going to be PSA 10 base cards that have sold in that time frame. I will also touch on the PSA 9s and the PSA 10 stickers at the end of the video. As with anything, please always do your own research before making any purchasing decisions, and always do what's best for you and your collection. All right, before we look at some specific cards that may have some opportunities, let's take a look at some quick data. All right, we're going to be looking at the 16 highest selling cards from the set. All right, that includes Wilkins, Jordan, Barkley, Ewing, Drexler, Erving, Magic, Mullen, Thomas, Worthy, Olajuwon, Malone, Dumars, Kareem, Bird, and Charles Oakley. I hope I don't have to repeat that in this video, but it's a long list. Those are the 16 guys that we are going to be looking at here. All right, most expensive card. Michael Jordan, obviously, $414,000 sale. It's crazy that that card sat around for $30,000 for such a long period of time, and just crazy what has happened to that. But I love that card. I did own a PSA 1 at one time, and I'm actually kind of sad I got rid of that one. I wish I still had that one, but hey, lessons learned. The least expensive on this list, you probably guessed it, was Charles Oakley, which is his rookie card, at $306. So nice value there. A card with the lowest PSA population report is the Dominque Wilkins at 92. The highest is the Hakeem Olajuwon at 327. So as you can see, out of the 16 best-selling cards from this list, they all have extremely low population reports. The dollar per pop count, all right, this is a cool little data stat right here, okay? That's the sales price divided by the total population of that grade. The highest was Michael Jordan at 1,307. Lowest, Charles Oakley at $1.56. Sorry, Charles, you're not going to be able to compete with Michael on that one. All right, now let's take a look at some cards that may be underperforming. All right, now what I am looking for are cards of the superstars that are selling for way less than other superstars. Duh, that's an easy way to look for stuff. Also, I'm going to be looking for cards with low pop reports and also low sales. Okay, cheaper to get into, with the potential that it may increase in value more than some other cards. All right, let's take a look at some cards where their pop rank is decently higher than their sales rank. Guys on this list are Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Chris Mullin, James Worthy, Isaiah Thomas, Julius Erving, Joe Dumars, and our main man, Charles Oakley. All right, let's focus on some of those for just a second that meet that criteria. Kareem, interesting enough, second in low pop report, okay, but only ninth in sales, okay. Last sales price, $3,651. Kareem's getting up there in age at 74, and I think at some point a flood of collectors are going to be interested in him. His 1969 Topps rookie sells for tens of thousands of dollars. The last PSA 8 sold for $64,000 with a pop of just 168. All right. Now this is a far more affordable price to get a piece of the card action with just a pop report of only 94 on that 86 Fleer. All right. So you get action with the 86 Fleer, and you also get in on some of that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar action as well. Plus, since Kareem played so long ago, many new collectors, they know he was a great player, but I don't think that he has been fully appreciated yet. Definitely an undervalued pick on this list. And getting a Kareem 1986 Fleer card just kind of kills two birds with one stone. Like I mentioned, you get into the 86 Fleer action, and then you also get into that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar action as well. I think this is a very nice pickup from the set. Isaiah Thomas, I talked about him on the last episode on the top 50 NBA rookie cards. If you haven't seen that one, I go through a whole bunch of different statistics on that one. Go check that one out. I still think a price for him of $3,025 with 183 pop on his rookie card is still very undervalued. Kareem's 1986 Fleer sells for $600 more than Thomas's rookie. Dominque Wilkins 4 times as much. Charles Barkley 4.6, and Patrick Ewing 3 times. Now, Thomas was a 2-time NBA champion, Finals MVP, and a 12-time All-Star. He played in an iconic era of NBA basketball. Whether or not collectors identify with him and his personality, it might be is what is holding him back. But again, I really kind of think Isaiah Thomas is a little bit undervalued from the set. Chris Mullin, 12th in sales and 3rd in pop with only 103. My problem with Chris Mullin is just his popularity. He's just not as popular as some of these other guys. Great player. I grew up watching him in the Bay Area with Run TMC. I mean, those guys were just a different style of play for that era. And I don't think he's gotten the love that he deserves. A great player. But will he get that in the future? I'm just not so sure on him. Something drastic would definitely have to happen with him, such as him becoming a head coach of a big team. Like for example, if he was like LeBron's coach or something like that, or if he had some crazy documentary come out. But again, I just don't see it with Chris Mullin, and it's just unfortunate because he was such a great player. Julius Erving is an interesting one on this list. Okay, 14th in sales at 1,900, 7th in pop at only 160. Erving is an iconic player with a very expensive rookie card. His last PSA 9 of his 1972 Topps sold for about $50,000. When I think players like Erving, Bird, Magic, Jordan, those names are, for the most part, synonymous with being safe, solid investments. And, speaking of Larry Bird, he's 7th in sales at 4,700, but 4th in the population report at 113. $4,700 for a Bird 1986 Fleer is a big chunk of change, but that is $2,500 cheaper than Magic Johnson, with 56 less being graded. So definitely an opportunity there with Larry Bird. All right, let's change gears here for a second and look at the PSA 9s of everyone on this list and see if we can see some big gaps. For those of us who can't afford a PSA 10, a PSA 9 is always a good option. Cards with the biggest ratio difference, all right, that's PSA 10 selling price divided by your PSA 9 selling price. Wilkins at 23.44, Jordan 15.33, Barkley 13.82, Ewing 11.68, and Drexler with 8.28. Wilkins, $15,000 PSA 10, but only a $640 PSA 9 with a population of that card at 842. Jordan, again, $414,000 sale of PSA 10, PSA 9 price of about $27,000 with a pop of $2,787, so quite high on that. Charles Barkley, $1,035 for a PSA 9 with a pop of $1,577. Ewing 770 with a pop of $1,284, and Drexler at $297 with a pop of $1,789. Now, out of those 5 listed, Wilkins appears to have the most opportunity from a numbers standpoint. All right, very low PSA 10 pop of only 92, but also the 4th lowest PSA 9 pop of 842. Now, PSA 9s can be risky if the pop reports are fairly high on a card, and the card has a decent chance of getting a 9 if you grade it yourself. I mean, as with any PSA 9, see if you can possibly find the card ungraded, do your homework on its condition, and the value of the card, add plus whatever the PSA grading cost is at the time, and you may actually be able to get it cheaper than just buying a PSA 9 outright. But again, just be careful with this set. There's lots of fakes and reprints out there, especially of Michael Jordan. All right, let's touch on the top 8 stickers for just a moment. All right, those are Wilkins, Olajuwon, Thomas, Irving, Bird, Magic, Ewing, and also Jordan. Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of the stickers. I just prefer the base card design. I just really like that design. However, I know some collectors really enjoy these. Over the last 90 days, 20 PSA 10s have sold of these 8. Naturally, the pop numbers are even lower than the base cards with an average pop of just 67. Wow, that's just so low. The highest sales price was, of course, Jordan at $125,000 recently, followed by Julius Irving, interesting, at almost $9,000 at $8,888. Cheapest was Isaiah Thomas at $4,284. Lowest pop report of these stickers is Larry Bird at 39. Highest Michael Jordan with 120. And stickers have taken a bit of a hit lately, with the average one being down 25%. Larry Bird, for example, had a high sale of $12,600, but a last sale of $8,013. Now, here's a list of players whose sticker price was actually higher than their base card. Irving, Bird, Magic, and Isaiah Thomas. Julius Irving is ranked 14th on the base card price, but 2nd on the sticker price. Now, if we are under the assumption that the base card is going to be more popular than the sticker, even if the pop reports are higher, it would seem that those 4 guys' base cards, so Irving, Magic, Bird, and Thomas, are currently undervalued. While yes, having a lower population report on a particular card or sticker should make it more valuable, that isn't always the case. Much of it comes down to collectability, design, and how many people want and can afford that particular card or sticker. But again, always do your own research and always do what is best for your collection. Hopefully this video helps you understand the 1986 Fleer basketball set better, or to look at it in a different way. I mean, I just love this set and the design. It is just an iconic one for me in particular. It's a bit out of the price range for most of us, including myself, but they did come out with a 2006 Fleer set for the 20th anniversary of the 86 set. That could be an option for you, if some of the 86 ones are out of your budget. They did a mix of some older and newer players. So, for example, LeBron and Kobe, they do have a 2006 Fleer, 1986 design. So those are just absolutely stunning. Bit pricey, though, but I do really like those. And, again, they do make some other players on top of that, including also Jordan. But, again, thanks again for watching. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And, again, always please feel free to like and subscribe. I definitely always appreciate it. And, again, visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com, where you can see all the different cards that I have available for you. Fortunately, no 1986 Fleer for you to check out, but you can check out all the other different cards that I have, and also sign up for notifications for all the upcoming autograph signings. And also give me a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. I'll see you on the next episode.